This is a Bach TR500 student model trumpet. I've gotten a couple requests in the past for, just a review of a very generic student model trumpet, and I think this is about as generic as it gets. This is, my friend's trumpet that he'd been playing on ever since the old, 5th, 6th grade band days. He now has a different Bach trumpet, and I can see why, frankly. This is a really old, beaten up instrument. There's plenty of corrosion going on the tuning crook here, and, lots of discoloration on the slides. Plenty of dents and scratches, as one would expect with such an old instrument. This was sort of what I talked about in my Q&A as sort of not the ideal student model. I don't particularly like the feel of these ancient Bach student models. It plays, I guess. The high register is okay, actually. High C, it sounds fairly good. That works. But the real problem is down in the low range. I know that with my current embouchure I have a really terrible low range in general, no matter what instrument I use, but this is just, like, horrid. I don't know, it just doesn't really work down there. Valve action is, it could be worse, but they're pretty noisy. Slide action is, tolerable, I guess, on the third valve, tolerable on the tuning slide, which needs to be pulled out a great amount to play in tune. Maybe there's something stuck inside the instrument messing with the intonation. The first and second slides don't really want to come out. I mean, what can I say? It's a very generic trumpet, and it's been through quite a lot. Yeah, it'll be supplied with just a Vincent Bach 7C mouthpiece. That didn't really suit my friend's embouchure, so what he's using on it is a Blessing 3C. It's closer to my cup of tea than a Bach 7C would be anyways. But yeah, I guess I'll do a little more playing for you guys. So this trumpet has a very bright sound. I suppose it's not a bad thing, by any means, really. But I can't play with it and have a dark sound. It doesn't play like I kind of want it to. So, I mean, even something like my Bobby Shoe Yamaha trumpet jazz horn 8310, even that, if you approach it classically, you'll get a classical sound out of it. This you can approach with a classical sound, and it just sounds dead. It's really not a very resonant sound. I don't know, it could be worse, but I don't see this being viable as a symphony horn beyond just, like, beginning band years, really. I think this will be a slightly better demonstration of what I mean by its inability to play dark. Ugh. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of that low range. Everything below a G is just not really coming out the way I want it to. But you can hear that it doesn't sound resonant. It's not full in sound like a classical horn should be, so sort of that's supposed to be Bach's strong spot, but on their student models, I guess it doesn't really carry over. The bell seems to flare less. It sort of has just it seems wider here than a normal trumpet. I feel like a normal trumpet would sort of flare more at the end. This isn't really like that, but I don't know, I'm just rambling at this point. What else can I say, really? It's pretty generic. It's pretty average, and would run you about $500 new. Would I recommend it? I don't know. Not sure I can. Um, you'd probably be better off either buying it used for half that, or I think there might be better student model brands out there. I think I'll round the review off here. So that was the Bach TR500. Really, just a horn suited for beginning band. That's not easy to do on this thing.